Hello YouTube, it's your girl Keisha Laundry and I'm back with another video. I said I'm back with another video. Vlogmas Day 6. I'm still hanging in there. This is actually take 2 because I forgot to put my phone on Do Not Disturb. And here comes Jamia a-calling. I tell you, that girl, she can't go without calling me. So, yeah, so how's everyone doing? I hope everybody is doing fine. I was in the flow of things, and then Jamia just totally messed it up. She just always busting in on something. She just a busser in her. She like Missy Elliott in the song back in the early 2000s. You be just listening to a song, and then here come Missy Elliott with the But anyway, today's word is imminent, and it means about to happen. Imminent. Now we all know that they will take people's land by eminent domain. I wanted to do eminent domain, but I'm gonna keep it at one word. Yeah. So today I'm gonna tell you 2 stories. Should I start with the story of last night? But I'm gonna just start with imminent because it's kind of the second story. The other story I have is because that Philly wanted to take these people's property by eminent domain and the people didn't want to leave. So when I was younger, and before I start my story, I don't mean to offend anyone. I was younger when this happened, and I'm just trying to be as descriptive as I can in my story. So excuse me if I offend you. I by no means don't think I'm better than anyone in this world, because God can knock you down in a heartbeat and then build you back up the next day. So anyway, as I was saying, when I was younger, it was these group of people called Move members, M-O-V-E, Move members. Some of y'all might be familiar with the name Ramona Africa, because if I'm not mistaken, she was the only survivor of the story that I'm about to tell y'all. So when I was younger, it was these people that used to come around the neighborhood. They was real dirty looking. They had long dreads, and I don't think they dirty looking because they had long dreads. They was dirty looking because they was dusty looking. They walked around with like no shoes on, and they would be pulling this long like flat wagon selling watermelons. And they would just walk down the middle of the street and be like, watermelons, get your fresh watermelons. And your mom, all the parents called their kids in the house, and they wouldn't speak to the people. They was black, of course, and they hailed from Philly. I tell you, my city is like real close to Philly. So the Move members would come down in Chester and go into the neighborhoods to try to sell watermelons, making an honest living, trying to feed their family and kids and stuff. And parents would all be like, get in here, get in here. As soon as when they as soon as they hear them coming, they tell all the kids to get in the house, take your butt in the house, and then we'll be like looking out the window, or sometimes they would allow us to stand on the porch and they wouldn't speak to these people. The people would be walking down the street with their kids and, you know, like I said, barefoot and dusty looking. But I should have I should have looked up some things before I started to tell the story. But anyway, at the time in Philly, it was a black mayor his name was Mayor Good. His name was Mayor Good. I don't know if it was Wilson Good, but it was a black mayor, Mayor Good. And the Move members had taken up a few blocks up in Philly. They had occupied and created their own community. And the Philly people wanted them gone. I for the life of me don't know why people were so scared of these people. I really don't. Like, I think if it was this day and age, people will be more acceptable of their culture and more curious, you know, more curious, and will probably, you know, talk to them. Because me as an adult, you know, being another generation, I would talk to them. I would buy their watermelons, you know what I mean? Because that's just what kind of person I am, you know? So, unfortunately, this was back then. But the mayor blew up the whole block. He dropped bombs. Now, this is in my lifetime. Dropped bombs on the whole community up there and killed those people. They refused to leave their houses. And if I'm not mistaken, Ramona Africa was the only one left, and she was younger then. She was an advocate. I used to see her in the news all the time up north. Like, You know, she was she had to become an advocate by default. I mean, she was like one of the lone survivors of that tragedy. Like, I remember they broadcasted it on the news with the helicopters swerving. They was telling the people to come out the house, come on out the house, get out, and the people would not get out their houses. And they dropped bombs on them people on live TV. A black mayor, and they just wanted I wanted to say they wanted it by eminent domain. They just wanted to take their land. They just wanted them out of there. Like, people didn't understand them. I don't think people took the time to get to understand them. And as Ramona Africa got older, I guess more people got enlightened on what their culture was and things like that. I probably should, because this is something I think about all the time. It's sort of something that you can't get out your head when you see it, or, you know, when you go through something like that when you're younger. It just pops in your mind every so often. And that pops in my mind every so often. And I actually just told my coworker that story not too long ago. It sounds unbelievable, but yeah, that black mayor dropped the bomb on all those people and killed all those families, flattened that whole area. I want to say, just because people didn't understand them. I mean, you have the right to be. I mean, I remember what the community looked like, but hey, if it's your house and you don't want doors on your house, or, you know, if you don't want curtains up to your window, that's your business. You know, you're not hurting me. Okay, so that's the first story. The second story I got to tell y'all is about my night last night. Y'all is not gonna believe this. Now, mind you, I normally don't work on Fridays and Saturdays. The other girl who works night shift, she prefers to work the weekends. I don't know how she do it. So I actually only work every other Sunday now that the schedule was cut again. So, as I've told y'all before, I work 5 days one week, and then the next week I work 4, and they rotated amongst us like that. So she requested off this whole weekend. So I go in tonight too. It's Sunday. So I go in tonight too. But last night, like I told y'all, I be like real picky of who I let in there. Because if we chilling over here, why would I allow you to come in and disturb us? Okay. So throughout the night, I'm getting multiple noise complaints. Now, it's this white security guard who work on the weekends when the other security guard has off. So I don't get to work with this specific guard only every other weekend. And mind you, he's new. So I'm going to say this was only my 3rd time working with the man. If it's not the 3rd, it's about the 4th. But, yeah. So, anyway, so I notice when I work with him, I'll tell him it's a noise complaint, you know, and he'll be like, well, that's not my job. I can't make people, you know, do something they don't want to do. And it just be annoying. So, and then I have to question, because he is a Trump supporter and I am a black woman. So every time, I mean, my job and your job, we're just complying with our job titles. I get a noise complaint, I call security. Security goes and responds. It's not nothing I'm making up. It's not nothing that you got to think deep about. But when I call him and I tell him that there's a noise complaint, or hey, maybe somebody up there smoking, you know, just try to figure out what room it is so I could charge him the $250. Most of the time when I ask him to go and respond to a noise complaint, he say he don't hear it. He go up there and he say he don't hear it. Now, specifically, the lady called and said that it's a subwoofer. Okay, that's how specific she was, which is letting me know that whoever the people is that's blasting the music, the music is loud. You know what I mean? So he goes up there, he tells me he don't hear nothing, and I'm thinking, really, like, you know, you already noticed that if somebody have a pattern of doing something. So I already noticed he have a pattern of when he responds to noise complaints, he always come back and don't hear it. Okay, he always come back and don't hear it. The last time I sent him up there, he said he didn't hear it. The lady was saying that alarm was going off. Somebody had left the alarm on in the room, but they had vacated the room. They had already checked out, so the room was vacant and dirty. He go up there, he don't hear no alarm. Always, he don't hear nothing. Then he come back down, she calls again after a while. This is ridiculous. So now I got to take some authoritative position, you know, and I'm telling him, well, listen, go listen at all them doors, the doors that's next to her. Put your ear up to those doors and then call me and tell me what room it's coming from. So he does it, and he said, yeah, I hear it. I go on the computer. I'm like, no one's in there. Go into the room and turn the computer off. I mean, go into the room and turn the alarm off. So last night, the subwoofer, I don't hear anything. You don't hear nothing. The lady is literally describing like loud block party music. So, okay. So, after a while, the lady called back again. She says that the subwoofer is still going off. He go up there. He knock on the people door. Of course, he telling me, well, I can't make people turn their music down. It is annoying that he does this. It's so annoying. But this, y'all ain't gonna believe this. So, he go up there. He knock on the door. He tell the people to turn their music down. They say, okay. The lady calls again. And I said, you know what? I'm not even fooling with this fool, because that was like the third noise complaint and he don't find nothing. So I took the other guard's approach is he knock on their door. He tell them, hey, I got a noise complaint. I'm not coming up here no more. I'm going to just have you evicted from the property if it's another complaint. So I took his approach. So I called JSO, non-emergency number, told them that I want to have somebody evicted out of the room. So JSO comes, they go up to the room, they evict the people. The people walks to the desk, and they like, well, what's the procedure? People are so dumb. I want the handbook. Well, sir, the handbook is for employees. Well, I want a copy of your handbook. Listen, I'm just complying with the rules. I mean, you just can't be in here. Mind y'all, I work night shift. You think people take that mess to a motel? You think people want to be listening to loud behind music? It's not even a holiday weekend, so people not going to be, considerate of, like, they'll be like, well, I understand it's the 4th of July, or da-da-da-da, or I understand, it's not no holiday. It's a basic Saturday, which is a party day, but everybody not partying on Saturday night. So the guy comes over to the desk, he telling me this, he booked the room through Priceline, and, yeah, so he like, I'm canceling. He said he was gonna cancel the transaction. You idiot! The transaction was already made. You already paid Priceline. When you pay Priceline give us a whole different credit card number. They give us what they call a virtual card, and it's only good for the exact amount, not a penny over. So you run the virtual card that Priceline and Expedia give us, which is not your card number. So anyway, Priceline calls me, asking me if I would refund the man his money, and I said no. I said I'm not going to lose money on 2 rooms. She over here doing TikTok. I'm not going to lose money on 2 rooms. I said, because if I give you the money back, the people going to complain and they possibly going to get their money back. I'm not doing it. So, that wimp security guard is out there telling the people, your music wasn't even that loud. When I tell y'all, JSO walked right past that fool and came to talk to me. Usually he communicate with the security guard. He walked right past the fool, came right. Leave. Please. I asked you to be mindful. So, I'm sorry about that. So, it's still recording. So, they came right and walked through the front desk to my back office and asked me, was I working something out with them people? Because he seen the stupid behind security guard out there trying to smooth over what was already a set done deal. Prior to that, now the cops was there for 2 reasons. When I went to go print my reports, and I print my reports probably like around 2 o'clock. So I go in the back to print my reports. I'm coming from out the little room where I got to print my reports. This fool in the back office, he like, come here. He on the phone. He like, I'm on the phone with JSO. Little scared little punk. You know what I mean? So he like, I'm on the phone with JSO. I'm about to have somebody trespass. So I'm walking out to the desk because you security, you hiding back here. I'm walking out to the desk to see who you haven't kicked out. Now it's this tall black homeless guy that be coming in there, and for some reason they could get put out 100 times. When you not right in your mind, you just keep on coming back. So this man has been warned before about being on the property. So this fool hiding in the back, okay? And I'm telling him, I said, well, this the man you kicking out? I said, he over at the pantry now, like he's going in the refrigerator. You didn't know that punk? I swear, when I use the word punk, I mean it by like somebody who a scaredy cat, somebody who afraid of stuff. Because I know they use punk as a homophobic slur, but that's not what I mean. Where I'm from, punk mean you scared to fight, or you a scaredy cat. So this punk is peeking out from the back office, and I'm standing there and I'm like, you not gonna do nothing? I'm like, he is taking stuff. I was like, why are you just standing there? He on the phone, like just hiding. And I'm sure JSO had been hung up. I mean, he was on the phone long enough. It didn't take me that long to be on the phone with them to call them to come evict the people, especially when you call the non-emergency number for things like this. The hotels use non-emergency numbers unless it's an actual real 911 if somebody's having a heart attack or something. So, he hiding in the back while the guy sensed the fear. The guy sensed the fear in this punk. And so he proceeds he grabbed sandwiches, chips, soda. He grabbed a lot of stuff and walked out, and the guard was just stood there watching him. You know this, I'm ever gonna have the nerve to ask me, well, what did you want me to do? I was like, not just stand there. I expected you to at least tell him stop or something. I mean, one thing, don't wear a badge. Please do not wear a badge. And this is what I'm saying about, now I'm getting off topic, but this is what I be saying about them cops killing black people. Them white cops be scared of black men. They be scared of black men. That white man was in that back office hiding from him. I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. I was so pissed that I text somebody who over top of him, but they work for our property. I texted and I was like, yeah, my text was very, I was pissed. And then when I wrote my when I wrote my shift notes to the next shift, I was like, you know, security had me so mad. He said that this was his last weekend. I even typed in my report, hopefully he get reassigned to a graveyard. Those people will be safe, because I definitely wasn't guarded. Like, you know what I mean? Are you serious? For one, you don't want to respond to noise complaints. You pretty much let me know you're not going to find the noise when I tell you before you even go. Well, I can't make people turn. You know what? Sir, this is not the job for you. This is not the job for you. I don't expect people to be aggressive. I don't expect people to be rough. I don't expect people to put their life in danger. But I do expect you to do the bare minimum, at least. Just, you know, if he'd have just walked over there and said, you got to go. You know, this fool told me my job is to observe, which might be fine and dandy. That might be what they tell security guards. He said that's what they told when they go to security guard school, that their job is to observe. But, sir, you Trump supporter, you sit here and you show me all kinds of wild, big, fat, black hogs that y'all killing and eating, or maybe you killing it for sport. You showing me all kinds of hunting pictures, like you so tough. But you so scared of a black man that you in the back calling the cops on him, scared in the back office. Y'all, I said, and I'm making myself angry all over again. And I said that in my shift notes too. I said, I'm making myself upset all over again while I'm typing this. But the good thing is, when I get in situations like that, when I get home, by the time I get home, it's funny. But I just cannot believe that the security guard hid. I mean, it is a lot of wimpy. This is the second wimpy white security guard that I work with. I remember working with that wimpy guard, and it was a teenager. Her mother was throwing her a party at the hotel, He comes over to the desk and says to me, if you get any noise complaints, can you handle it? Yeah, I'll handle it. I'll handle it. Like, they wear these badges and they get these positions and they scaredy cats. Like, I don't even have no more words. It's unbelievable. I can still just see him peeking out from the back office, and I'm like, do something. They asked me what did I expect him to do. Then he sat in the back and tried to like schmooze me by saying, you know, I like working with you better than I like working with and listen, you all don't even get to work with me like that. Like, please stop licking my boots, because I'm telling because I'm unsafe. Now, I'm not a big I'm telling on a job person, but I'm telling. I'm telling. Ain't nothing you can say to me. I'm telling, and I did, and I ain't hold nothing back. He gonna tell me while he's sitting back there trying to schmooze me over, like telling me that the other girl who worked night shift, that she the one who usually handle the noise complaints, and if she hear the door to the pool open, she go out there and she approach the people and tell them that the pool area is closed. Well, guess what? I'm Keisha, and I work at the desk. That's for the guard to do, and I put in my shift notes that that's what he told me. And I let them know that that's possibly because Kayla worked with him, and they know she know that he not going to do nothing. That's all I could think of. Why else would you assume the security guard role when you have a security guard there? Obviously, she know that the security guard is not going to approach the situation with an authoritative manner. Okay? You can't be wearing a badge and be a punk. You can't. Not one that you're supposed to be a security guard or, you know, at the hotel. It's not like you really gonna get hurt. You know what I mean? You put some people out. You tell some people to keep the noise down. You know, you secure certain things. Hey, stop running in the hall. You make sure doors is locked. It's no big. It's no big whoop to work in security at night at a hotel or any time of day at a hotel. I mean, sir, can you move your car from out front? I mean, it's not stressful at all. But anyway, yeah, I hope my stories was entertaining. And if you're still here at the end of my video, thank you so much. Sorry that Faith was over there doing that stupid TikTok. It's not stupid. I love you, Faye, but
you addicted to TikTok too.
I do love TikTok. It definitely helps my night go faster. Okay, well, thank you for watching my video. As always, I wish everybody love, definitely peace. Let there be peace tonight and prosperity.